I've been busy buying games and I am stoked to show you what I picked up. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom. This is Tom's Toys 95. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and a video game collector, and in today's video we are going through all of the video game pickups that I picked up during April. Just a quick side note, I went to the Birmingham gaming market on the 6th of April and picked up a ton of games. I was meant to do a video on it, an in-depth review of the market, as well as show you everything that I picked up, but I just didn't have time. If I make one now, it's going to be a month out of date, so I'm probably not going to do that. However, if I include all of the games that I picked up at the start of April into this video, we're going to have an hour-long episode. Nobody wants to see that. So if you do want to check out everything that I picked up from the Birmingham gaming market, then check out my YouTube short that I made directly afterwards, showing off everything that I picked up. So then let's get into the video. So I've got a big stack of games. I haven't actually counted, but I reckon there's at least 25 here. And I have been busy going to Carboot, CeX and Game. I think those are the only places that I've picked video games up from, but a Game at the moment, whilst they're not taking trade-ins, they're clearing out all of their second-hand stock. So there's a big 3-for-2 sale on most of their pre-owned stuff. So I've gone in and taken advantage of that. So there are some really good pickups in here. Now, as mentioned, I am a video game reseller as well as a collector. So I will be reselling some of these on eBay, some of the games that I either don't want for my collection or I've purely bought just to resell because they're on 3-for-2, they're a good price and I can make a profit on them. But there are a bunch of games in here that are for my collection too. So I will go through, as I'm talking about the game, what I'm keeping and what I'm going to sell. I'll probably do a counter somewhere on the screen, so it'll be what I've spent on the whole stack. So as I go through, I'll add up how much I spent on the games, and then I'll do a counter for what I'm going to sell that game for. Now, if I'm going to keep it in the collection, I won't add any price to it. So at the end of the video, we're only going to have a price for what I'm going to sell. The first video game I picked up was Stoked on the Xbox 360. Now this doesn't sell for much at all, and even this version doesn't sell for much. But this was the promotional copy, so I always like to pick these up. They do sell for a little bit more. Depends on the game, but some games sell for more than the retail version and others sell for less. This one goes for around about $5.99, so not the best profit on that one, but I paid £2.50 for it, and that one's going to be for sale. The next one is also for sale, Phantasy Star Universe. This is on the Xbox 360. Now I know the Xbox 360 store is closing soon and certain games will be going up in price. Now this was only £2, it caught my eye, I've never played it. Looks like an anime RPG type game, presumably online. And it's all complete, really, really good condition. That will resell for around about £5 or £6. I also picked up Just Dance 2018. Now I have this already on my PS3 collection, so this is a seller. This was only £5. This usually goes for anywhere between 10 and 15, especially towards Christmas. This goes up in price as well, so if it doesn't sell by then, it'll definitely sell at Christmas time. So this can resell for around about £14. Up next, now I already have a copy of this for sale on my eBay store, but I found another one, and this is the Deluxe Schumacher edition of F1 2020 on the Xbox One. This is also a promotional copy. I believe I paid £8 for this one, and I'm aiming for around about 15. So, the next bunch of games I picked up from Game. Now, there was a 3-for-2 sale, and these specific games were $7.99 each. And there's one game which I picked up for myself. So the first one I picked up for myself was Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy Edge on the PSVR 2. I don't play it much, but I really do enjoy collecting for the VR and the VR 2. Now it's a shame because I don't really get a chance to use it. There's not much space in this room and there's not really many great games for it. So it's a shame that Sony have pretty much abandoned it on arrival. They've given us no support, no first party games really. There's a couple, but where's the Astrobot, where's the Blood and Truth remake, where's, you know, new IPs? There's nothing coming out for it, so it's getting pretty dusty at the moment. So this was $27.99, and I'm a little bit annoyed because it's just gone on sale on the PS Store for $11.99, but that is a digital download and we only collect physical here, so if I complete this and it, you know, I could probably sell it for around £15 to £20, so I'm still going to get a better price than the download. Up next, I've mentioned this before many times on my channel, I love this game. I already have it in my collection and I have a sealed copy and an open copy so I can enjoy one and keep one sealed. So this was $7.99 in the 3-for-2, so this worked out at something like £5.33 when you do the math. This one I sold recently on eBay for £25 opened. Now this does come with everything extra, so you get the soundtrack, which is most likely used, but you get a full colour manual and a poster in there, so that's really nice to see. So hopefully if I can sell that for £25 as well, that's a good sort of £18 profit on that after fees. Up next we've got DreamWorks Spirit Lucky's Big Adventure. Now this is another one for sale. I'm not going to play this. Obviously it's a kids game, so this one will sell for around about £10, and that was also $7.99. So with the 3 for 2 offer, £5.33. Narcos Rise of the Cartels. This is based on the Netflix TV series. Don't know much about this game. Looks quite interesting. My girlfriend has been watching it, so if it doesn't sell, then I might give that a play. But yeah, that one's £5.33 as well. Nothing to that one. So then in the same trip as the game trip, we went to CEX. This was in Merry Hill near Birmingham in Dudley. So up next we picked up Zoo Tycoon. This is the Ultimate Animal Collection, and this is on the Xbox One, so my girlfriend wants to give this a play. Planet Zoo has not long come out, but it's download only and it's £40. This was only a £5, so we just need to find an Xbox One controller so we can play it. Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. This is the Steelbook version on the PS4. Now I will be keeping this because I do collect Steelbooks as well, so this is going straight in my collection. This was £10 from CEX. Now what I like to do is sell the discs. So the disc is listed currently on my eBay store for around about £9. So if that sells after fees, I'll get about £7, maybe £6.50 for it. So this game only then cost me £3.50. Now whilst it is just a steelbook case, they are very collectible, so I can always sell this on its own with no disc in the future. Here's the disc. DreamWorks Shrek Forever After on the PS3. I have this already in my collection, and I know this is quite an expensive game. I paid about £12 for it about 2-3 years ago, and I have actually played it. It's quite a good game. I don't mind playing kids games if they're actually fun, or games that are films that I enjoy. So obviously everyone loves Shrek, so I did give it a bash. It's not the best game, but it's certainly not the worst kids game. You'll have fun with it if you play it. And this one also resells for around about £20. Next is WRC 3 on the PlayStation Vita. Now this one's actually going in my collection despite me already having this, simply because this one is the Italian version, but it also has a variant cover, so it's got a different car on the front. I don't know how many versions of this game there are, but I do have the PAL English version, and then we've also got the Italian one there. So as you can see, 2 different covers. So I went car boot hunting last weekend at Stratford Racecourse, and I picked up a couple of games. So some will be keepers and some will be for sale. So up first, I'm keeping this one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I've had this one before and I sold it. I think it was during lockdown when all the prices inflated, and this went for like £45, and I think I only paid £30 for it at the time, so I was happy to make some profit on it. This was £20 from the Carboot. It's one of those games that just doesn't seem to drop in price, and now the season pass has been out for about a year or so now. It's maintained its value, so I might pick up the season pass as well at some point. Everyone loves Mario Kart, so can't complain with that one. We got a few Xbox games, and these were all £1 each from the same seller. So we got Halo Wars 2. This will go in my collection. I don't own this one now. At some point I do plan on picking up the Halo games and playing them. I've never played a Halo game, shoot me, but I'm a PlayStation gamer. But I do own an Xbox One, and we tried to play Zoo Tycoon the other day, and the only controller that I have doesn't work. I picked that up from the car boot as well, was told it was working and it doesn't. So that's being sold as parts and spares and repairs, so I do need to hunt down an Xbox One controller. So when we plug that in and we play Zoo Tycoon, then I will also try out some of the Halo games and some of the Gears of War games, and maybe Forza. So there's some really good Xbox exclusives that I am looking forward to playing, so I will hopefully get round to it. Up next, another one for the collection. I don't think I have this one, Halo Anniversary on the Xbox 360. So I believe this is a remake of the original Halo, so I might try this one out. It's also on the Xbox One on like the Master Chief Collection or something, so I might not play this specific version, but I do want to check out Halo 1. Now the next couple are for sale. So Battlefield 5, this was also £1, so yeah, already own this one on the PS4, I believe, so I don't need to play the Xbox One. So this one sells for around about £5. Jedi Fallen Order, another game that sells about £5 or £6. This was also £1, so I've played this one on the PS4 and about halfway through it, so I do want to finish that one off, and if it's any good I might pick up the sequel. Up next then, the Challenge Accepted edition on the Xbox One of Hot Wheels Unleashed. Now you can't really see it, but in the background somewhere I do own the PS4 and the Xbox One version, both sealed. These were in the clearance game. I believe this one was $14.99, probably about a year ago, which was the cheapest it had been at the time. And then these were on clearance on the PS4 for £7.98, so I scooped that one up as well. So I've got both copies sealed. These are going in the collection. I have the download on my PlayStation 5, so I don't need to open them. So this one is going to be for sale, as it's a duplicate. Now, these were 3 for 2 in game, and the next 6 games, including this one, were all about £3.33 each. So I think most of them I'm going to resell, if not all of them. However, like those prices you just can't moan. So this one was £3.33. Now the steelbook inside is not sealed, but it's got the original Xbox sticker seal. So what I was going to do was break this down, sell the steelbook for around about £10, sell the disc for about £5, and then sell the box and the car for somebody that has the game but not the car in the box for probably about £5 plus postage. So I was going to part it out, sell it for around £20–25. And now that this sticker seal is on there, I don't know whether to crack the seal open or sell this game as brand new, as it's still sealed. Either way, I'm going to add about £20 to the bank on that one, so £3.33 into 20, can't complain. Now, up next, I don't know whether to swap this over, as I'm going to spoil it, but I did pick up Alex Kidd on the PS4 as well as the Xbox One. Now, the good thing with this game is there is some bonus stuff inside. So we have the Alex Kidd keyring, you've obviously got some paperwork, but you've also got a manual, which is reminiscent of the Master, I think it's Mega Drive or Master System. I never played Sega console, so please don't shoot me. But yeah, so that is based off an old Sega game that's been remastered, and there's a nice variant cover that you can flip it around. So I picked this up on the Xbox One for £3.33. I didn't realise that the keyring and bonus stuff came in it, but when I bought the PS4 version the other day, because this was also in the 3 for 2 sale, it does not have the keyring. So I may swap it over and keep this one in my collection and then sell this one. But this one sells for around about £12–15. Up next we've got Gotham Knights. So this one is just the disc, no DLC or anything. This was pre-owned for £4.99 as well, so £3.33. Now, despite what people say about this game, it wasn't the greatest game. It didn't get the greatest fan reception when it came out. But for £3.33, I can turn that into about £8. Ben 10, I'm asking a little bit of a premium on this one. This was also £3.33. This one says free stickers inside, and it actually does come with the stickers. Now, there's not many listings on eBay that have the stickers in there, so I can ask a little bit of a premium as this is complete for collectors. Someone might want to have the game with the stickers that are unstuck. Obviously, as it's a kid's game, the chances of finding this pre-owned with the stickers still intact is probably quite slim. Any kid that would have got this game would have stuck them on their wardrobe or wall or something. So yeah, I can ask a premium on that one. And then the next game is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Now, I've never played a Dragon Ball Z game, so I do need to try one out at some point, but I've never watched the show either, so yeah, I might need to check it out maybe. But this one looks pretty good. It's just like a standard fighting game. I like the colours and the art style on it. But this one was also $3.33 and will sell for around about £8. So most of these games are quite cheap, but I've also picked them up at a really good price, so there might only be £2 or £3 profit in each of these games, but it all adds up. And the next one was probably the worst one of the lot. This was $4.99 on the label. When I got to the checkout, it was $3.99, so I could have picked a better $4.99 game. But on the back, it's got some ripped cover art, which I didn't see, which is a shame. So condition-wise, it's not the best, and it's also the cheapest one. But it still sells for about £7, maybe £8, so I'll probably make about £1 or £2 profit on that one after fees. So then, the last 6 games we've got are from Game, which I picked up yesterday, and I asked to pay twice because there was a $9.99 bundle and a $12.99 bundle. So, I've already spoiled the one, so Alex Kidd on the PS4, same as the Xbox, this was $9.99. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, does not come with the innards. But I might try this one out, or at least add it to the collection. So if I do, I might transfer over those keyrings. But then up next for the VR, now I don't know if this is going to be a keeper or a seller. I've not decided whether I'm going to go for a full VR collection yet. So my main focus at the moment is a full PAL PS Vita and PlayStation 3 collection. I'm never going to go for a full PS4 set. There's just too many games, too many limited run games and variants and whatever else, so that's out the question. I don't have space, money or time for that. However, the PlayStation VR collection, as you can see from the inside of this, there's an achievable list of games on there, which some of them I know will be quite expensive. But you know, it's old technology now that people don't want, so most people will be trading all of their games in, and I reckon they'll be relatively easy to find, so I may keep this one for the collection. If I was to resell this, this sells for around about £17. This was £9.99, so each of these games cost me £6.67 each on average. But yeah, for nearly £7 into 17, can't argue with that. Up next, we've got DC League of Super Pets Adventures of Crypto and Ace. Never played this one and never watched the movie. This one sells for around about £10, so minus fees I'll get about £7, which, to be fair, £6.67 each. It's not the best pickup that I got, but I needed another game because this one sells for around about 15 on the PS4. This one sells for around about 17, and I was struggling to find another £9.99 game, so if I can get about £8 for that, I'll be happy. So then the last three games, which arguably are the best games that I picked up, were £12.99 each. 3 for 2, so £25.98 or something for the 3. So I think I worked out that I paid £8.66 per game, which is a bargain. So up first is one that me and my girlfriend looked at probably a few months ago, and we were thinking of picking it up, but it was about £25, so we left it. This has obviously dropped in price, but this is Phobia. Now, I don't know much about this game, but it's a horror game, so we'll probably check it out before I sell it. I think this resells for around about 15 to 17 as well, so still decent profit if I was to sell it. And I don't think I'll keep it in the collection unless it's a really good game, but we will probably check it out before I sell. The next one, I've never played this series. This is Guilty Gear Strive on the PS5. Again, another colourful fighting hack and slash game by the looks of it. This one was also in the £12.99 bundle. This resells for around about 15. Not really too much to say on that one as I've never played it. Now, the last game is one that I'm very excited to check out. Now, it reminds me of Area 51 on the PlayStation 2, which I don't have on hand, but I do have the steelbook for it, which is very nice. And I saw this on YouTube. Someone was playing it once, and it looked quite fun. And looks kind of scary at the same time. So this is a Grey Hill Incident, and this is the Abducted edition, which, although secondhand, did come with a kind of like poster or newspaper article, and then we've got a tinfoil hat. So yeah, just some little novelty bits included. The disc is really cool. I actually really like that disc with the face on it. So yeah, it's a survival horror game, takes place during the early 90s. Equipped with a baseball bat and a few bullets in your trusty revolver, the story takes you across the atmospheric neighbourhood of Grey Hill, which is invaded by UFOs and grey aliens. It says here includes part of the newspaper dated from the day of the alien invasion, and a make your own tinfoil hat instruction sheet. So Perp games are always great when it comes to physical media. They've ported a lot of PSVR 2 games to the physical media. I know that Madison VR is coming out soon. I'm not brave enough to play that, so I probably won't pick that one up. But there's a lot of games that they have brought to a disc, which Sony is failing to do. The fact that Horizon Call of the Mountain is not on disc is just a disgrace. So things like that is just annoying from Sony. But Perp games are really there to keep the PSVR 2 alive, I think. So I'm really excited to check out this game. As I said, it reminds me of Area 51, which is another Alien game on the PS2, which is well ahead of its time. Great game if anyone hasn't played it. So then, that is all of the games that I have picked up in the month of April. So I don't know the tally, I'll have to add it all up, but hopefully I have made some decent profit, slash the games that I'm keeping will be reduced in price because I'll be able to make profit on the ones I'm selling. So I don't think the sell is going to outweigh the buy, but we'll soon find out.